So still working on the trunk here. Just wanted to give you a quick update. I do have help today, thank God, because we got to get this done. So we pulled the actual trunk lid off. We got all the welding done. We got a skim coat of the glass, and what that does is just fill all the fine holes. I still got to sand it all the way. Taped all this back off, and we filled in here with a urethane. It's a resin, and it just kind of locks everything in together. We poured it in there. We actually dumped it in there, laid it down, and then kind of tipped it back and forth. It's kind of the same thing we did in that wheel well there. Show you that wheel. That's the inside. Still got a little more sanding to do, but once that's painted and speckle coated, you'll never be able to tell that's a patch, hopefully. Still got more work to do here. As you can see, I sprayed it black, and I can still see it's high. So this is becoming a challenge, because I beat it in too far, then it comes out too much, and you know, the metal's getting stretched. So I'm gonna have to work that a little more, spend some time on it. I keep kind of messing with it, but like I said, we took trunk off. I pulled this gasket out, and I didn't think there was any rust back here, but as you can see, we have rust. I cleaned the trunk up a little better, and as you can see, we have rust. I didn't think this was like this, but obviously it is. Like I said, until you actually dig into stuff, you're not sure what's going on. But rest of the trunk is good and solid, which is great. But so we're gonna have to do a panel here. I'm gonna try. I think I can buy this section, but I think I'm gonna try to take a piece out of the floorboard section, which is very similar to this. I'll see what happens. I'll let you know in a later video what I did or how I'm going to do it. But here we're going to have to get involved. I don't want to cut all this out because I'm afraid it's going to create a real headache. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but we'll get it one way or another. So like I said, the trunk is all we got that getting going. Got to wire brush this out and grind this down. Gonna seam seal all that, and it'll be, once the body work's done on it, I think it'll be very good. So hopefully, and so we'll get working on this stuff today, and we'll show you as we go. All right, since we have this trunk ready for body filler, this is all ready to do body filler, we are gonna start working on this fender now. So what we gotta do is, I just took the hinge off. I'm gonna take off all the little trim pieces. I noticed this is a little bit rusted here. Looks like we're gonna have to do something with that. And we are gonna try to address that patch there. On the outside, it doesn't look so bad, but I don't know. On the inside, it doesn't look very nice. So I think what we'll do is we will cut it out and put that piece in. It's actually made for it. So we're going to strip everything off of here, get it down to just the fender, no trim pieces or anything, and we'll go from there. We'll get it set up on the horses. Kind of running out of places to work here, but that's just how it is when you have a small garage. So like I said, the quarter panel is ready for body filler. We're trying to get everything ready for body filler and do all that at one time, on one side anyway. And I still have to address the cowling there and that area in the trunk, but try to get this stuff done first, and then we'll go from there. All right, we will let you know when we see something with this fender, because I think it's going to get interesting, like everything else. All right, so we are getting started on this fender. As you can see, we have it laid out here. We're going to cut this, cut that, because this bottom piece is rotted. Didn't think it was. And I noticed that they had cut it there for big tires, so we got to fix that. We're going to cut this patch out. It doesn't look horrible, but it's definitely not done right. So we're going to cut it here and take this panel, and we will cut this panel here and then use part of that top piece to make that area. That's the plan. So we're gonna get cutting here. Very cold this morning, 19 degrees this morning, quite chilly. Came in the shop. I don't leave the heat on, but it was 43 in here, so it wasn't horrible. But we ran out of 20-pound propane, so we have our two 30-pounders full now. That should hopefully get us through the rest of the real cold weather. But it is nice and sunny out. As you can see, it's sunny out, and but it's cold. So we're gonna get this cut out and fabricate this up and tack weld it in. What I did is I made a template for the actual angle. So basically what I did was mark it there. That way I know the actual bend, because when I go to weld it, if this is tweaked a little bit, it could, and then you won't be able to get the door to line up properly. So hopefully we'll get it close. And I'm sure we'll have to do some tweaking. We got this panel isn't the greatest either. We're gonna have to do put a couple pieces in there, but it'll be better than what that is. So we'll get started here, cut this out, and show you as we go. So we got this cut out, got this piece cut out, and we got this piece cut out of there. And what we did was we laid it out on the new panel. Took some dimensions and transferred them over to here, and then this piece is kind of getting totally fabricated from nothing out of a piece. We're going to utilize that bend. We can actually, I think I have to make it a little sharper, but that's not a big deal. So that'll go on there, that'll get bent over, that'll get cut on an angle, and then once we get everything fabricated and close, we will tack it in. And the same over here. We got to do something with the support there. I'm going to build a little something. We'll do that once the actual fender part is on. That way you have something to go by. But as you can see, this piece was kind of hokey. I guess it worked, but it just... If I'm going this far, I'm not gonna, if I was just gonna scuff and paint a car maybe, but not if I'm going this far. So all right, what we're gonna do is get this cut out of here, get everything laid out, and we will show you once it's temporarily tacked on. So we got this tacked in, got about 10 tacks on it. It's in. I gotta bend it and tweak it still, and of course fill in between. Like I said, I don't weld the whole thing. I weld probably, I don't know, 80% of it. Just try to keep moving back and forth so you don't warp the panel. Got this piece in on the bottom. I got to do some fitting there, some hammer dolly a little bit or something, a little bit there. We did drill the holes for where the bolts go, so we know. Still got to fill in some stuff here for some strength and then do something with that brace. But all in all, it's tacked in at least. Now I can move it around and bend it the way I want it and not have to worry about the clamps coming off. So all in all, I guess I got maybe 2.5 hours so far into this. It still needs probably another 2.5 hours worth of work, and then of course the body filler. But we'll get it done. And I got something here. I don't know. I got to look at the other fender. I don't have another Oldsmobile fender. Something here doesn't look quite right. I don't know if that was supposed to go that way, or I don't know. I'll have to try to figure that out. Look at the other fender, or see if I can look online. I might have to add a piece there. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll get it done. Just all takes time. Slow and steady. So I got the pieces all welded in. Still got to do a little hammer in here. Might have to do something on the inside there still. This one in pretty decent. I got a little pinhole there. I don't know if that's rust or is it just that I blew through it. It's all welded. It's nice and indented so I can put my filler. These were holes. These were molding. believe those were emblems. So because I don't know what this fender's from, if it's an original fender or not. I don't know if that's exact what the Cutlass emblem goes in. So I'm gonna fill them. I'm gonna fill them up with weld, grind them down, and then I can always drill new holes when I know I have the right exact emblems. So all in all, going pretty good. Still got more work to do, and then we'll put our fiber hair on there. Quick coat on that. Quick coat on that. We'll try to get it as straight as possible first, and then we will leave it for body filler. Still got to do a little shaping on the inside there too, and same on there. But all in all, going good. Probably another hour's worth of work, and it should be ready for body filler. Patches are welded in, so now from the back side, I got to put a little piece in here because the metal's a little thin on this part of the fender. I didn't want to cut up any higher because I don't want to get involved in this marker light. You can see that's the back side. I just ground it off a little bit. We'll paint that, and it'll probably get something on it, some kind of coating or something. Probably just paint. So we got everything welded in on the fenders, both sides. We filled our holes there. Put a little brace back here. It definitely isn't pretty, but it will be when we're done. So we got to do something with that. And then we're going to put a skim coat of glass on it. The fiber short hair, it just kind of ties everything together. We'll probably do that on the inside also. And then we can worry about body fill. I still have to do something with the brace on this side. Right there. I have to build something down to there, and I got to fill in these corners here. But making headway, moving along. Definitely starting to get some time into this fender, but it's just how it is. So once we get some glass on it, some fiber hair on it, we will show you the inside and the outside.